we don't change our ways. Hey guys, it's Friday night, Blasted or Tashy time. You notice it's not so hairy around here tonight. It's Druid taking that off. He's not feeling so good, but we still got S3. So there goes Mike losing it already. But we'll go ahead and jump in with the movie quotes. We'll start with Paul if he's able to.
Yep, mine's short and sweet. Ready your breakfast and eat hearty, for tonight we dine in hell.
I know that. Mike, do you know it?
300.
It is
right?
300, right?
Yes, it is.
It is. Going on to Mike.
All right, my quote is from 1996, 2 years after I graduated high school. It goes, what I'm saying is, back when we first met, you were all like, oh, phooey, I burned the darn muffins. Now you go into a bar 10 minutes later, sailors come running out. What's up with that?
I know that, too.
I probably should know that, but I've fried enough brain cells.
It is Long Kiss Goodnight.
Yeah, we talked about that last week. I figured I'd throw it in there. I love that fucking... I had the biggest fucking crush on Gina Davis back in the day.
Before she turned all... Never mind.
Mike's like a fucking Mad Lib. I had the biggest crush on Space when I was a kid. And you could just put any name in there and it's going to work.
Or adjective or whatever.
Just fill in the fucking blank. I had a crush on a lot of people.
Okay, moving on. Mine has a connection to last week, too. 1997. You're not the boss of me, Jack. You're not the king of Dirk. I'm the boss of me. I'm the king of me. I'm Dirk Diggler. I'm the star.
Come on. You gave the name away.
I know, but it's the only cool quote I could find. Come on.
Millions of movies.
What is it? I haven't heard it. It
is Boogie. I was like, if Mike doesn't answer this, there's something wrong with the world.
I couldn't find a better quote that I could have done. Go ahead, Mike.
All right, Area 51. Area 51 just popped in. Good seeing him here this evening. Rashawn, the amazing geek, is in here. SS Comic Reader, Jason Smith, and Bruce Zayas. So.
We'll go start with you, Mike. What's your first book of the week if you're done with the update on the chat?
What do we want to do first? Let's do a real quick one. Nobody else read. If I can find it. God damn it. I just
Called Being Prepared.
Venom 161. Pretty awesome black and red cover there with Spider-Woman. And all this book is a filler, part 1 of 1. Venom, he's just trying to be a hero, and Spider-Woman stepping in, misunderstanding that he's trying to, save the day, and she tries to fuck him up. I don't know how you guys feel about Venom, but I don't like when he's drawn with eyes. You know what I'm talking? Let me show you.
As like pupils?
Like, see how he's drawn with eyes right there?
Very like Deadpool-esque kind of.
Yeah, I just like when it's like a flat white. It just makes more sense to me. My complaints about this book. Other than that, it's just a filler story with Spider-Woman in it.
It's kind of the same thing for me with Snake Eyes when they draw him with a mouth.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, in that second movie where his mask had a mouth, I was like, God, saints preserve us.
SS Comic Reader said Mike had the biggest crush on Richard Simmons. That's why you ain't getting shit from SS. No Venom variants. No fucking Marvel Legacy calendar.
Yeah, Mike's breaking up. Oh no. Okay. I guess we'll move on since he's robotic. My first book, since Mike did one that nobody else read, I guess I'll do one that nobody else read too. Walking Dead 176, second part of this. Oh my goodness.
Well, I like the cover.
Yeah, that's the Michonne cover. New World Order one story. Michonne, they go into this new town and they have the pictures all up front of people missing, loved ones, and she actually sees her daughter on the picture, and then she goes to town. They're actually getting interviewed by the governor, or not the governor, but she's like the one that runs the town, and she's like, I don't care, I just want to see my kid, and if she's alive or not. Definitely, not necessarily like a heart-wrenching story, but it's kind of a cool connection story. It's a stash for me. It's kind of cool to see this new world. I mean, it's very, very functional. A lot of people have their roles they play, and it seems like it works very well. But we don't know what's actually going down underneath all of that. It may be, very strict, and where people, because it seems like there's certain roles that people have. You better knock it off, or I'm going to give you a different job. So it seems like it works good on the outside, but we don't know what's seething down below. Definitely a stash for me. Looking forward to the rest of this story arc. And Paul, we'll move on to you.
So since we're all doing ones nobody else read, I'll do Deathstroke 28. I really wasn't sure what to read this week, so I went back to one of my old favorites. Reminded me why I think this is the best Rebirth book of all of them. It's just so well written and so awesome. This one has Great Legends favorite from Rebirth as well, Keenan Kong, the new Superman, and Deathstroke rather rapidly puts him in his place. It made me laugh out loud. Keenan's sitting there and he's with some interpreter, and she's like, he is here to capture Stroke of the Death. And he says, yeah, hold on a minute. And he runs into the bathroom. He starts taking a leak, and all of a sudden you see Deathstroke behind him. He just caps him in the back of the head with a shotgun. Good book, solid stash, love it.
So I guess we'll move on to a book that all of us have read. X-Men Red #1. So this is after the whole Phoenix resurrection storyline, some of that. You pick up the Scotty Young cover, Mike?
Yes.
Yeah, I just grabbed this one today. Decent story, very kind of older X-Men-esque, as in Xavier talking to the world, essentially trying to say the mutants need to be accepted and all that stuff. There was a couple cool moments in here. The screaming baby that the bank robbers, when they steal the car, the screaming babies in the car start screaming, and that's his mutant power to like blow stuff up. He ends up blowing the crap out of Laura's hand. It was just the bone left. I thought that was kind of cool. The art is not necessarily the greatest. I don't really care for it very much. There were a couple of scenes. This I thought was freaking hilarious. She goes down to see Namor, and he's like, "Hey, baby," the way he's sitting there with his legs all wide spread.
He had the whole splayed out.
Yeah,
this is what I got.
I mean, I understand that these are his trunks going across. Looks like he maybe have a little tuna fish down there. I don't know, but he pulls his vest back, showing his abs. I thought that was just funny as hell. They could have posed him a lot better. He just seemed very.
Hey man,
looks like something you'd seen those god awful swimsuit editions that Marvel put out in the '90s.
It does. But I said the art is a little not the best. The story was decent. I do like how, of course, here the X-Men are kind of banished again in a way at the end of this book. I don't want to give hashtag tuna fish. I don't want to give away the ending. But it was decent. I'd pick up issue 2 just to check it out. But what about you, Paul?
I started it and read that little prelude thing. It's like the first 2 or 3 pages, and I'm like, what is this crap? I don't like this at all. I mean, like the art just wasn't doing much for me, and I didn't like the prelude. But then after I got past that, got a lot more interesting. Like every page got better and better, gave me that old Marvel feel. And then when they had the scanners moment at the end, I was completely hooked. Still not so sure of the art, but this book's a keeper. It's my co-pick of the week.
And what about you, Mike?
First off, we got Funk Off in the house. He showed up. Jacquio's here, and the reviews from the Batcave guys. So they're hanging out with us tonight. And I believe that's everyone. This is actually my pick of the week. There's a Jaws cameo in it, so that did it for me. No, I'm just kidding. Jaws ain't in this. Honey Badger is, though. She's fucking awesome. Like Dave said, Laura gets her hand blown off, and that was awesome. what I really like, I don't know if you guys touched on it, was their base is going to be hanging out with Namor 3,000 feet down below the water. So that's going to be their headquarters. Yeah, this book was fucking awesome. Love the team.
And didn't they call it like they called it like Cerebelo instead of Cerebro or something like that?
Yeah, Cerebro. So I thought, yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna be picking this one up along with the other X-Men books.
Anybody else get any of the extra variant covers? You get the X-23 cover, the exclusive one.
The book cover. No.
That was it's still a $20 book, I think, on eBay, so I passed on it.
As comic reader said, I think I'm having a stroke because Midwest liked another Marvel book.
Yeah, and I just responded. They're lulling me into a false sense of security before they unload a metric fuck ton horseshit book.
I got could be any day, really. You're up though, Paul. What's your next book?
Let's do Batman White Knight. This is my other co-pick of the week. As good as the rest of the series has been. There's like about 4 pages of dialogue between Harley and Batman on a rooftop. It was some of the best writing I've come across all year. I know we're only in February, but it was really, really good. Storyline continues to be awesome. I can't wait for the next issue. This stash, everybody should be reading this.
And Mike, you read that too, right, Mike?
Yeah, awesome stuff as always. Paul said it all. Stashing it. What do we got? 3 more issues.
Yeah, I almost wish it wasn't a limited series, but I think if it wasn't a limited series, it would start sucking at some point.
Yep.
I did not get that book. My LCS got shorted, and the other new one in town, Rogue City Comics, they didn't have one of those either. They just opened up. They just said they didn't want to get in the middle of a series that was already started, unless they had a lot of interest in it. So, unfortunately, I didn't get that this week. I'll probably pick it up this weekend, or maybe wait till next week to get it. But I'll definitely be picking that up. I guess Mike just reviewed that one. I guess I'll go next. I'll do another one that nobody else read. Songs for the Dead by Vault Comics. It was okay. I'm not huge into like medieval type stories, necromancers, all that stuff. But the girl comes into town. Yeah, that's what I called you. You get that right, boy. The girl comes to town. She's looking at these jobs or whatever things up on the bulletin board. She grabs some, and they're saying, "Hey, put that back." And like, don't you want to get paid? And she's like, "No, I'm not doing this to get paid. I just want to do it just to do it." But it's about a missing boy, and she ends up going to the woods and find the boy had been killed. She actually brings him back to life, and they're going to go try to take back or go get revenge for the people who killed him. And then she gets behind him again, so he gets shot with an arrow again. Operation Get Behind Dead Guy, I guess works. But I don't know. This was not for me. It was okay. Again, too medieval kind of this kind of sci-fi stuff does not get me. I mean, I love some of the TV shows, not so much in the comic. Although here I'm talking about reading. What was the one that came out, Paul, with the Pestilence?
As soon as you were like, I don't like these medieval things, I'm like, fucking Pestilence, dude.
Yeah. I'm unfortunately, I mean, that's what I do like. But this didn't grab me. I wouldn't say it was a horrible book, but it's not one I'll be picking up issue 2 on, though.
I picked it up, and I think I opened it up to the first page, and I said, yeah, this one I'm not going to read in time for the show. I just said, it initially didn't grab me. I said, there's other stuff I can read.
Yeah, and that kind of weird.
I'll get to it.
The books will go to the bottom of the stack, go into the first page. You're like, not so much. Maybe I'll read it later. But you're up, Paul.
Let's do Deja Thoris. The story's pretty blah so far, but damn if it doesn't look pretty good being mediocre. I'm probably going to give it a little bit more time, but it's on a short leash. I mean, it looks really pretty, but it's nothing to write home about story wise. What did you think, Mike? I think you read it.
Mike's there.
I just picked it. Yeah, I just picked it up for this cover. Now, yeah, it didn't do nothing for me. It's talking about how wars are fought on our planet for water and a bunch of naked people running around the sand. And
if you didn't like it,
it was boring. No,
they had enough clothing to make him say nah.
If not, yeah, I didn't care for it. I probably won't be getting issue number 2 unless they do more covers like this. But,
yeah, if they're Frank Cho covers, we're gonna get them.
No.
Yeah,
go ahead, Mike. You had something else you're gonna say?
no, you said well.
No, I didn't mean to cut you off if I did. So I was wanting to let me finish up.
No, go ahead.
I picked up the 2 covers. I picked up the Cho cover. Had to get that, had to get Frank Cho. But I also picked up the, I guess it's cover A. It's the Campbell cover. God, I don't know. I just don't like J. Scott Campbell very much. I don't know. I prefer a Cho all day long over J. Scott Campbell. I don't know how you guys feel about that.
Every once in a while, Campbell does something I'm like, hey, that's really awesome. But for the most part, he does nothing for me. It's not. I don't. His art's not bad. It just doesn't do anything for me. I think I mean, you could say the same thing for Art Germ and Adam Hughes to some degree and Frank Cho to some degree. All his women look the same, but I mean, he goes for that elfin look where they're all like wispy and skinny, and I'm just like, eh.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Alex, the comic hoarder, in the house.
I think Mike's up next.
Yeah, I think we actually skipped him once.
Frank Cho, definitely a great Bruce Reyes says Frank Cho, definitely a great cover artist.
I got my pizza for National Pizza Day finally, Paul. Okay, so just
there you go.
What kind of pizza are you eating there?
My money's on Papa Murphy's.
It is Papa Murphy's. You're correct.
Nice. You don't like alien skinny bodies, Midwest?
Who wants to bang a bag of deer antlers? I want some meat on them bones.
Tag meat toast. Let's do versus number 1. Basically, in this one, I don't know why, but it took me a couple times to read this to get what was really going on. Basically, wars have become a televised sport, and I thought it was pretty cool. Art inside is beautiful. Will I be picking up issue number 2? Probably not, but number 1 was the stash.
Well, where's that? Yeah, I picked up that one too. Yeah, slash a day keep the doctor away. Yeah, probably bring the doctor even closer. Yeah, I picked up verses too. I wasn't sure if I had. I didn't remember actually putting on my pull list. I do like the painted kind of cover. It reminds me a lot of heavy metal kind of stuff, that with the painted kind of cover. And the art is kind of very similar inside as well. The art I thought was pretty good. It took me a while to kind of figure out what exactly was going on in the book. I mean, there's a lot of action that goes on. So they're almost like gladiators, I think, too, in here. And they talk about this one lieutenant who he's been through so many of these wars and battles that he's not going to get back up. He's not going to be able to do it again. And he's had like a leg removed, and he gets up. He's actually back into battle again. He's this big famous guy that wins all these battles. So it was. I'm like Mike too. The story was okay. I don't think I'd be picking up issue 2 on it. The art was good. Story was okay. Took me a little bit to kind of get to understand what was going on, but a stash if you like it, if you like this kind of art and this kind of storyline. What are you saying, Mike?
Jim Comics is in the house.
Jim Comics.
Yeah, man. He said Versus was a good read, like the story. SS Comic Reader says great art in the Versus book, 2 thumbs up, and Mighty Mighty LJ's in the house.
Oh crap! I'm just gonna turn my camera off now.
Deliverer of the pizza.
Deliverer of the pizza, yes, she is. I think we'll go with Paul. What's your next book, Paul?
All right, this is the last one I got to finish this week, and that would be Mother Panic Batman.
Oh, sorry, I choked a little bit.
Yeah. Next, my initial reaction after finishing this was, the fuck did I just read? This was a mess from start to finish, including the weak attempt at breaking the fourth wall. I mean, that's Deadpool shtick. Blast, not my thing.
Did you read?
I was going to pick Batman in it, and I saw it was part of that Milk Wars or whatever, part 2, and I was like, "Yeah, nope, not touching that." So.
I picked it up too. I said last week the first part of the Milk Wars was my surprisingly pick of the week, or one of my picks of the week. It was really good, had that kind of quirky vibe to it. This one had absolutely none of that. None. I thought it was garbage from beginning to end. I thought, what the hell is going on? It just did not have the same flow and vibe as the other one. Now, I don't know if it's different artist or different writer. I didn't look at if there was, but it was just not good for me.
It was fucking stupid is what it was.
Batman is a priest. He's brainwashing a whole bunch of kids. So I don't know. It was a blast for me. And I think we'll go with Mike.
We'll do Superman number 40. Right there. So basically this one, I think this is just a filler issue. Superman and his boy John are hanging around the Fortress of Solitude on the anniversary of the destruction of Krypton. He tells John he had set up a warning system. What the hell is that?
That's Paul's music.
Okay. Superman set up a warning system to alert him if any planets are about to suffer the same fate as Krypton. It actually goes off, and Superman takes John up into space to go save this planet. They get there, and they learn that inhabitants of this world actually want to die. It's part of their religion. And they want Superman to, leave or die with them or something. And it was okay, I guess. So
we got more people talking Jack about pizza than we do comics.
National Pizza Day.
It is National Pizza Day, sorry.
And yes, Funk Off. That's the one where you take it home and heat it up.
Sorry, Mike, go ahead. We interrupted you regarding pizza.
So, all right. So I'm going to blast this one.
And Mike is breaking up again.
I'm always going to.
I guess I'll go to go. Since Mike is sort of here. This one I was thinking this was the Swamp Thing Winter Special, and I can't believe that I missed it. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Maybe because they both kind of had Swamp Thing on the cover. Young Monsters in Love, 80-page giant. 80-page turd. It was, I read through the first 2 stories and said, no, dude, I'm not going to be finishing up this book. I hate that I spent so much money on this thing. There was I guess kind of a cool stuff, the Valentine book. A whole bunch of little stories about love. The first story, Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein, him writing this letter to her saying how his undying love and how body parts are meant for her, ripped apart, whatever. They couldn't find out she's not even into him. She's into some other girl. So it was just, I didn't like it. I think I read the first 3 stories and that was it. I was done with it. Paul, I don't know if you read it or you touched on it and said no way, or I can't remember.
I said there's no freaking way I can read 80 pages before the show.
Oh, you didn't even start reading it?
No, I was like, what can I read next? And I'm like, maybe this. And then I opened up and I saw the cover and I'm like, 80 pages, no.
And Mike, you didn't read that.
No, I didn't buy that.
But I think, well, you don't have any more books this week, Paul?
No, so I'm going to sit here and drink heavily.
Okay. Drink heavily while Mike talks about his next book.
Yes, this is the book you actually meant to pick up right here. This is the Swamp Thing Winter Special. The story was a little hard to follow for me. The art is... Who does the art? Freaking says it. Jason Fabok is amazing in here. There's one scene where Swamp Thing actually fucking fighting a bear. I don't know if I can show like that.
And then shirtless bear fighter came in and whacked everybody.
Great stuff in here. So
was that definitely worth $8?
Yes, I think it was more so, I guess, than that other book you got. There's actually 2 stories in here, plus a little tribute to what's his name? I can't think. The creator of Swamp Thing, I guess.
Bernie Wrightson.
Bernie Wrightson. Yeah, there's a whole little thing at the end about Bernie Wrightson. Some more art.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely talk to my LCS about that and figure out why I didn't get that one either.
Because they found out you were snapping up all those 1 per store variants.
Hey.
And this is a pretty awesome cover right there too. So this is definite stash.
Okay.
Definite stash.
I'll have to definitely go pick that up.
Swamp Thing was $8. Damn, yeah. It's worth it. No ads. It's thick.
Kind of like Mike.
Thick like meat and potatoes. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Oh my God! No, now I'm not looking forward to Dallas. Okay, my next book. I think you read this one too, Mike. Batman number 40. So the story of Wonder Woman and Batman are still in that alternate world where they're fighting out these endless hordes of monsters, so that while I can't remember the guy's name, he's out in the real world. He wants to go talk to his wife, and he's explaining to Catwoman essentially every second or every minute, or it can be years. It's called Girth, Jim Comic said. So we got somebody in the chat making those kind of jokes too. That every second or every minute in the real world is years, can be years and years on Batman and Wonder Woman in the alternate dimension. It comes close to where, at the end of the last issue, Batman and Wonder Woman are getting ready to kiss. And, spoiler, they didn't kiss. They realize, Batman says, I love her. I can't do this regardless of how long we're in here. I just can't. And, Wonder Woman says, you're a good man. If you ever were bad to her, essentially, I'll have to knock you so hard I'll knock those pointy ears off your head. Thought that was kind of a funny line. At the end, the guy goes back in there to relieve them, and they come back to the real world, and he kind of tells Catwoman, "Hey, it came close. So romantic, mighty LJ says."
Now, I was trapped with Wonder Woman.
So. This is a good book. I thought it was wrap the story up, and now it's probably going to go hopefully another story arc, but not too bad.
Please,
Mike, what about you? You didn't like it?
I didn't. I hate fucking storyline. They need to move on. Like I said, if I was trapped at Wonder Woman and she wanted to make the fuck out,
you don't love your wife?
Fuck this. You love my wife.
But you'd make out with Wonder Woman?
It's been 10 years. But it's been 10 years.
Mike, your favorite's in the chat.
What?
Count by the string.
Watch the love story. That would get.
He finally got it. You missed it.
What?
Say it again, Mike.
Count Von Strange Roman.
He said it right once. He said Count Von Strange 4 is in the chat.
I said that.
And then I told him to say it again, and he went.
He had a stroke. You had to make him say it again. And now he's frozen. Let it go.
Asking him to do it twice was too much for him to handle.
It was.
Fucking hamsters, man.
Dude, put some more peanut butter on there and let your dog run on there. Come on. So I guess we'll move on since you said you hated the story. You didn't want to see the love story anymore. You wanted to hook up with Wonder Woman. We've lost him completely.
You said we were moving on.
What the hell? Try going cutting your camera off real quick. See if you can actually hear your voice. Nope. Okay, well, moving on. Avengers No Surrender. This is Avengers 679. So a little more backstory on the not the Collector.
Black Order.
No, not Black Order. You didn't read it, Mike?
Yeah, I read it.
Not much. On the Grandmaster. And it's kind of a little bit of an origin where the Challenger arises. I'm not sure. Is that a new character, the Challenger? I have no clue on this. I don't know a whole lot about Grandmaster and all those guys. It was an interesting book. Now they say that humans have scored a point, and they're moving. There's Black Order and the what was the other group that was in there, Mike?
The Lethal Legion.
Yeah, so they backed out, and the superheroes essentially have won a point, and the Challenger is coming in to essentially take over from the Grandmaster again, or challenge him to a game, essentially. So, kind of a cool backstory, and it says that the Challenger says, hey, I have I never short a player short. I've kept one in reserve, a very special ace in the hole. So we don't know who this ace in the hole is yet, and definitely kind of interested to find out how that is. Avengers has been great. The story is, or the art has been awesome, and this story's pretty good as well. So I'm gonna keep picking this up, even though it's a freaking weekly book, and it's kind of nice to be able to stay on top of the story. But man, a weekly book is spendy. Go ahead, Mike.
You don't know who the ace in the hole is?
No, who is it?
The Hulk.
I was thinking it was, but it didn't really show. But
that's who I'm guessing.
I mean, that's who I'm guessing as well, but I didn't know. So
No Surrender keeps entertainment. Usually stay.
yeah,
this is.
We do need to get Mike new internet. Maybe we might give him some money when we're down in Texas to get some internet. We lost Paul too now. Am I the only one on here? Maybe they'll sit here and eat pizza.
No, I'm here.
Okay, you're there.
I stepped away for a second.
The last book I read this week, Infinity Countdown, Adam Warlock, #1. I didn't like this book at all. Adam Warlock is reborn. I guess a little more. It's a backstory to the Infinity Countdown, of course. No, I don't want any more pizza. I'm still good. I have some left. Thank you. So
fucking pizza.
I'll bring you some. I didn't like the story. I didn't like the art very much either. Maybe it gave enough backstory to fill in for the Infinity Countdown coming up. But I don't know. I just it didn't grab me. It was very hard for me to read. I just almost fallen asleep reading it. So that's a blast for me. And Mike, you read that one too. We'll see if you can actually keep up this time.
Yeah, I read this. It was decent to me. It was nothing special. A little origin story on Adam Warlock and what he's been throughout his time. But the art is fucking horrible. It's like, I think, didn't this guy used to do X-Force covers? at one point.
All red?
Huh?
Is it all red? Is that the artist?
I guess. I don't know. I can't stand his fucking art. When he was doing the X-Force cover, I think he was. I couldn't stand those either. But this is actually a blast. There's nothing special going on that you need to pick up. And a Morlock.
That was my last book for the week. Do you want to go any other few books real quick, Mike? Ones you picked up?
Absolutely. Amazing Spider-Man, $7.95. Nothing special. Except for the end. I spoil it, but I guess you would consider this the first appearance of a character. So this might be a key for the line. X-Men Brotherhood Part 1. This awesome stuff stash. Green Lanterns for 40. Valentine's Day cover. This was a blast. And worst pick of the week goes to Spider-Man 237. Beautiful Hobgoblin and Miles cover. Hobgoblin, he appears for this. There's literally no Hobgoblin in this fucking book. It's more about Miles and the Iron Spider 2, which is Miles' uncle. So this is my for the week right now. Yes, he drew Ecstatic, and he needs to fucking die. A slow pain death.
Are you going to be able to do your segments tonight, Mike?
We're gonna fucking try.
Well, I guess we're going to go run into that now.
Fuck off!
That sort of worked.
Are we ready?
Sure. I'm ready as you're going to be.
All right. If you missed it, go to funkoshop.com right now. The zombie Sasha from The Walking Dead was up a few days ago. I grabbed mine and it had already shipped, so it tells me that it's still available. Go check that out. The big thing for this week is the ECC exclusives should be hitting stores March 1st. Jesus Christ. Don't know any locations yet. I'm going to run down the list right here. Of course, we're getting a Flop Good Luck Bear, the Sorceress and Beastman Vinyl 2-pack, which is probably just going to be a con exclusive because it's limited to 2,500 pieces. Lawyer She-Hulk, Deadpool Duck, the Dorb. From Guardians of the Galaxy 2, we're getting Yondu, the Padme Amidala from Star Wars, the 8-Bit Barb from Stranger Things, Amy Pond from Doctor Who, the Giant White from Game of Thrones. He's going to be a 6-inch. Maui, the shark head guy from Moana, the Army Man from Toy Story, Viking Elmer Fudd Dorb. That's probably going to be a con exclusive as well. 1,000 pieces. Alien Rick and Alien Morty from Rick and Morty. Getting a Poison Ivy rock candy. Emerald Green Batman, which is 1,500 pieces. Ace and Crypto Dorbs 2-pack. That's 2,000 pieces. And Cagney Carnation. I can't remember what. I think that's from a video game. I think it's from Cuphead. So those are all the ECC exclusives. They're going to all be dropping March 1st. We also getting, this is not part of the Comic-Con exclusive, Unmasked Iron Spider. That's going to be a box lunch exclusive. And the May specialty series were announced as well. You guys probably saw we're getting a Popeye Funko and a Crypto Funko. Crypto the super dog. What else? We're also getting Sting and Lex Luger 2-pack. That's going to be a FYE exclusive. And a Cody Rhodes. I guess he's part of the Bullet Club. And that's coming in August. And that is all the news I got. I have no Funkos to show. because I'm trying to save money for Dallas. I do have 2 on the way, though, so be on the lookout for those. I know you guys got some.
I got a couple. I finally let me pick my camera back up. Come on, camera, work. There we go. I finally got, after a long time, I thought, oh my goodness, I ordered it months ago. It wasn't going to show. They said it was sold out to Diamond. I finally got it. My Ghost Rider rides, the glow in the dark one, PX exclusive. Finally got him in. He's pretty cool. Man, I know, Mike, you have this one too, don't you? And the other one I just picked up today from the new comic store I talked about earlier, Rogue City Comics. They just opened up. They had their soft open today. Don't even start, Mike. They're not officially open yet. They're open for a few hours today, a few hours tomorrow. I may go back down there. But I picked up a Bob Ross and Hoot from them. So those are my 2 Funkos. Just like Mike, I'm trying to save money. I'm not trying to buy anything else. It's just going to be next couple months pretty barren. Just picking up on my pull list and trying to really limit that down because I want to have more money going to Dallas. So, and Paul, did you pick up anything this week?
I did pick up one pop. I picked up a Poison Ivy bombshell that I had signed by Aunt Lucia, which I don't have handy. It's because I gave it to my wife and she got it packed away already, ready to go in a pop protector. But I did pick up a couple other things by Aunt Lucia that I got signed, so I'll show it off. I got this banging Cobra recruiting poster that he signed.
Nice.
So, but that was the only pop I picked up.
Okay, then I guess that's it, Mike.
Shut your fucking mouth.
Okay, so a few other things that talk about some trailers dropped this week. Let's start with Venom. Your take on that with our Paul. What did you see, Venom? Really?
That was the most badass fucking trailer you could have for Venom movie without showing Venom. It was the perfect teaser trailer because when it was over, I'm like, oh my God, I want more. Give me more. I want to see more. I'm going to go see that movie. So it did its job.
Mike, how about you?
Yeah, everyone's up in arms, Oh my God, they didn't fucking show Venom and all this other shit, but it's a teaser fucking trailer, and like Paul said, it did its job. I'm interested. I'm shit.
He must have lost his train of thought there. He just shit. He said, "That's it. That was it." I watched it as well. I was not excited. I was not enthused. I love Tom Hardy. A lot of stuff he's been in. I don't know. Just even the whole thought of a Venom movie never really. I'll quote Long Boss Crusader, "Tickle my tummy feathers." So, just I don't know. Just didn't get me at all. Hopefully, maybe another trailer they put out might get me a little more excited about it. But at this point, I'm just like going to wait for Blu-ray for it to come out and go rent it.
You've still got the taste of Topher Grace as Venom in your mouth. That's the problem.
No, to me, it's hard to, at least in my mind, to put. I mean, here we watch all these comic book movies, we read all these books, but still, it's hard in my mind to portray Venom on screen and be taken seriously. Now you can say the Topher Grace thing still is my mind. It's just the whole thing about Venom at all. It's kind of, especially him being like an anti-hero. I'd rather see him as a villain in a Spider-Man movie versus his own movie.
Oh, I would too. I mean, and they're going to do the Lether Protector storyline, so he's not going to be the villain. But to me, it's still a villain-centric movie, and those have, I don't know if they've even really done them before that, but it's going to be interesting to see what happens with it.
Anything else
but like you said, Tom Hardy is awesome. I would watch him read a phone book. So,
anything else from you, Mike, regards Venom trailer?
You guys didn't hear me?
Oh, we heard you. Was there anything else you wanted to add it on before?
Oh, no, I'm good.
No, he's good. The other one, which I'm super excited about, that did drop is Deadpool 2. Mike, did you see the Deadpool 2 trailer?
Yes, and it was funny as fuck. Cable looks awesome. I'm really excited for that one.
That's it. I'm going to say. How about you, Paul?
I have not seen it yet, but I did see all the stuff on the internet today about how they got to dig in on Justice League.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Where they showed Cable with his arm still with the blue, and they're like, it's not like we're erasing a mustache here.
Yeah.
That's what Deadpool said. We would play the trailer on here, but we've gotten dinged before, and our show's taken completely off YouTube.
We're too damn popular.
Yeah, that's it. We're too popular. Yeah, we're so big that we're spreading bad stuff. Deadpool trailer.
We're spreading bad stuff.
Yeah.
You didn't watch the trailer I sent to our little group chat?
Which one was that?
The Jessica Jones season 2 one.
Oh, I did not watch that one yet. No.
Dude, that's the one I'm most excited about. I was like, holy fuck balls, I can't wait for this.
But yeah, my Deadpool 2, dude, super excited. Comes out in May, which is awesome. I mean, it's just a couple months out. So I'm super excited about that. That looked funny as hell. I thought Cable looked good. Domino looked fairly decent. Doesn't look necessarily like Domino from the book, but she looked good. Dopinder, is that his name, is back in there as well.
As Weasel?
Is Teenage
Teenage
Megasonic Warhead?
Yep, with hair. And Colossus and Weasel's in there as well, yes. Area 51 wanted to ask us about our thoughts on the Solo trailer. Everybody see the Solo trailer?
Yep.
I kind of like half watched it.
That was
go ahead.
Out of everything that was, out of all the trailers this week, that was the one that was very underwhelming for me. Anyone hear the news? Deadpool may get his own TV series.
Maybe a cartoon.
I have not heard that.
If they want to do a live action one, it's got to be on Netflix or Showtime or some shit. Because okay, he's saying it is a cartoon.
What were we going to say, Paul, about the Han Solo movie?
Oh, it's I generally kind of try to avoid Star Wars trailers because I don't want. I like Star Wars, so I don't want to ruin it for you because I think far too often. I mean, I think the Venom trailer is a perfect example of how to do a trailer. I think way too often they give too much away. I like to go to a movie and not have every great moment spoiled for me. And Star Wars is notorious for that.
Yeah, it's weird that it's coming out in the summer versus it's my call the Sword movie come out in December, right around Christmas time, but this was coming out this summer. So that seems rather early for another Star Wars movie. But they don't have anything else planned this year, I don't think. Do they?
No.
Not that I'm aware of.
I'm glad Cable does not have purple hair and not a woman. Any other trailers to drop this week? What about Jessica Jones trailer? I didn't get a chance to watch it yet, but what do you think of that one, Paul?
It was freaking amazing. I mean, I put Jessica Jones right up there with Daredevil as far as how good it was. I think that Daredevil are the two stars of the Netflix lineup. And I'm not going to get into spoilers, but there's something at the end that a lot of people are already speculating about, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
Did you watch it, Mike?
Yeah, and like Paul, Jessica Jones is up there as far as the next Netflix shows, so I'm excited. It looks good.
I didn't even know they were in the process of filming season 2, so that's kind of a mind blown for me because okay, cool. I didn't know that. When's it supposed to be released, Paul?
I think April, but let me check.
Yeah. Any other movie trailers come out this week? You guys watched? They're kind of interesting. No.
Oh, actually, it comes out March 8th.
Oh, nice. It's coming up. Yeah, everybody's saying March
That
in
was March.
the chat there. Anything else? Any other movies or trailers we watched this week that piqued your interest at all? Anybody? Bueller.
There was one I watched, but I have no fucking idea what it was anymore. I forgot.
Anybody have any thoughts or opinions on Rampage?
Oh, turd.
Yep.
I want to see it.
Don't.
Oh, but we did have that news that, what was it? The one that I posted in on our little chat that.
I started watching Altered Carbon. Jim Comics talking about that. I watched the first episode. I do not like the guy who plays the main character from Suicide. He played in Suicide Squad as well. I don't like him as an actor. He also played in RoboCop, which is god awful.
Oh, I think that's what it was. DC is apparently trying to woo Michael Bay for a Lobo movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Rampage is like the old Nintendo game. Yes. If you go on YouTube after our show, don't go during our show, after our show, you can go check it out there. You can probably go check out Jessica Jones Season 2. We can't show it here. We get in trouble. We do those things.
And the other news is they're apparently trying to get who's-he for the new Joker movie.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I mean, Joaquin Phoenix is a good actor, but I don't know if he fits that.
I after Heath Ledger, they should just leave Joker the fuck alone for a while.
Yeah, I think so too. Just like how they left Batman alone for quite a few years until
Batman has a lot of great fucking villains. You don't need to keep going back to the Joker. Well, I mean, someone was talking about underrated Batman villains, and I immediately thought Victor Zsasz, because that's one creepy motherfucker who could actually exist. But I mean,
that's the guy who cuts himself, right?
Yeah, every time he kills somebody, he cuts himself. I mean, there's just so many great villains that could be used. And I mean, if they did a storyline with Victor Zsasz, that could be fucking creepy and awesome and just dark, which you need that for Batman.
Yeah, I think they really could run like a detective. We were talking about doing like focusing on more the detective in the Batman movie, the solo movie. I think that would be a great like street level kind of villain for him in that kind of movie with that detective kind of feel to it, Yep.
But I mean, you could do great things with Clayface. You could do stuff. I mean, I thought Gotham has. I know a lot of people dog on Gotham, but they've made Mr. Freeze an awesome character on that. Much better than the fucking Schwarzenegger bullshit.
Nobody can be better than Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze. Come on now. Chill.
I'm going to kick you in the yam bag.
You going to kick me where?
In the yam bag.
Yam bag?
Yam.
Okay.
Y-A-M.
Yam.
Yeah, yam.
Yam bag. Yam. Oh, my yam. Okay. I don't know what quite that is, but we'll move on, I guess.
I think you can extrapolate and figure it out.
Maybe, but I don't want to extrapolate too much. So
yeah, I agree with Bruce. But Gotham is a badass show. If you can avoid season 1, it's amazing.
Okay, so I guess we'll go ahead and move out of here. If anybody else has anything TV or movie related you want to talk about, if not, we'll. Go ahead.
I'm watching Totally Divas.
What?
Totally Divas.
You're fired.
Man.
I don't know.
Next, he's going to be watching Real Housewives.
He might be. Wife swap.
Bruce, I bet you Bruce Zayas watches Totally Divas.
Maybe. I don't know. Bruce Zayas seems a little more manly than that.
It's the WWE.
The Divas from that. Oh, okay. Well, I don't watch WWE anymore, so unfortunately. Okay, so I guess we'll go to move on. And last minute shout outs. We're a little bit short tonight. Without Drew, it seems like we're a little bit shorter. But
well, we didn't have none of us read as much as we normally do either.
yeah. Well, I guess we'll go do our last minute shout outs or anything you want to say, Paul?
Shout out to Dave's new shop. Love seeing any new LCS because they're all the time. All we're hearing about is LCS closing, LCS closing. Thanks to you malcontents that show up to watch us do this every week. You're all jerks, and we love it because we're jerks too. And go ahead.
Speaking of great comic shops, Area 51's fucking got a good shop he goes to. I was giving him free stuff and stuff. So.
Stuff and stuff. Sounds good to me. You guys are the reason we do this show. So I'll just leave it at that. We have a good time coming here every week and being stupid for you guys.
Mike.
Yeah, I got a bunch of fucking new subs. Creature subbed me up. He's got 130. Mr. D, 166. Weapon X Squall Comics. He's got 98. Brave Man, 3543. Matilda Gothica, 148. Eternia Collectibles. They just subbed me today. I'm going to go check them out because, I have a hard-on for the He-Man shit. And TMC Comics just subbed me today as well. So, all them guys, everyone in the chat, Funk Off, Area 51. Who's all going to Dallas? Everybody's going to Dallas.
Yeah, there are quite a few of us, quite a few YouTubers.
I also want to give a special shout out to Reviews from the Batcave because those guys are back and they're trying to do at least 5 shows a week. So they are going to burn themselves out. And if you watch, there's a very good chance one of them that will have an aneurysm on screen or something. So just check them out.
I'll get the most views, probably.
Yeah, aneurysm, stroke, something, because they're just going to be like totally burnt out. And they're going to be like,
And so we are on the cusp of 400 subs right now. We had 398 last time I checked. Recent subs: Soulfly 26, Spidey Beyond 1, Don
like
Juan,
the band?
Spidey Beyond. Is there a band called Spidey Beyond?
No, but there's a band called Soulfly.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe. There's also a romantic guy named Don Juan. Is that guy? No? Don Juan, Goldie82, David TC78, Marcelo's Toy Room, and I think that's it. A couple of shout-outs.
Hey,
go ahead.
Bruce Zayas does watch Totally Divas.
Oh, my goodness gracious. I think this is about time to end this show. Couple of shout-outs I have real quick. I was Lombard's Crusade. They just posted their podcast for their latest one. Yours truly was a guest host on there. Make sure you go listen to that. Give them a thumbs up. Their link is on the Blast of the Shack Facebook page. Talking about the Blast of the Shack Facebook page, make sure you go in there and join that group. Great way to interact with everybody outside of YouTube. If you're looking for books, if you're trying to find that cover B, dude, you can shoot a message out in there, and people will more likely help you out. I know I've had quite a few people over the past year that we've had that Facebook page be willing to help other people out. So it's a great place to, if you're a collector of Funkos, comics, or anything superhero related, come join us up there and make great
What did
friends.
I say? Go get ASM 795. Seeking Your Mint Comics just popped in here saying, go get ASM 795.
He was in there earlier.
Book.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
Well, go fuck yourself. I missed it.
Last shout out. This is part of the Lombard Crusade. Jarrod Alberich. He sent me a free issue. I haven't got a chance to read it yet because I was so busy reading other books this week. Of his book that he wrote, Hamilton versus Burr. So I'm gonna check this out. I'll be reviewing it next week on our show.
I see you get the love, but screw the rest of us.
Well, it's because I'm friends with Jarrod Alberich, the yard sale artist. His link is down below too in our thing. Go check him out on Twitter. Great group of guys over there. So I think that's it. We're going to roll this baby up with an hour and 1 minute. So
Bruce said he's got a new video up.
Oh, we'll go check that out right after this.
We are going to go check that out.
Yeah, I think Bruce may be the one guy who does less videos than me.
I think he has more subs than you, too. Okay. Whether you blast it or whether you stash it, happy reading. We'll catch you guys next week.